Hello? Is it on? Is it on? Hello? Is this on? Yeah. Okay. If you can have a seat, that would be great. All right. So thank you for attending our Global Youth Summit for 2017. Yeah. So right now, we're going to start our closing remarks. I really hoped you learned something new today. Got to hear the speakers and maybe had some new perspectives on stuff. So I'm going to introduce Jeremy Rossman, the co-founder of Make School, to say some words. Yeah. So let's welcome him.
Alrighty. I think we are running against the clock, so I'll give you the best of my closing talks. First, the inspirational fact. This phone, faster, more powerful than supercomputers in the 80s, and much, much more powerful than the computers we use to send humans to the moon. What that means is, in your pockets, on your laps, are what humans would have considered supercomputers just a few decades ago, and in fact, what most humans who have ever lived would consider to be magic. Because if you teleported 100 years ago and appeared with a smartphone, the only word people could use to describe it is magic. I want you to think about technology as something that most humans who ever lived would have called magic, and to use that as inspiration for how you can use it to make the world a better place. In the future, this also means we are going to have programmers and, I guess, muggles. And you don't want to be a muggle. So that gets me to my second point, practical advice. I've found that programming in high school and keeping it up is very much like going to the gym. You really can get addicted if you build a routine. You can lose progress and go stale quite fast if you take too long of a break. And it really helps to have a buddy, an accountability buddy. So what I want you to do is, before you leave the event, if at all possible, and this could be with a peer or even with a parent, find someone who's going to be your coding buddy, your tech education buddy, and set a time on your calendar. Negotiate it now before, after these talks, before you leave. And say, okay, when are we going to meet for an hour, sometime in the next 7 days, to sit down and try and learn to code together? And if you're already a programmer, whatever takes you to the next level. Could be an online tutorial you find. Could be that you're just going to spend an hour exploring what to study. But I want everyone to try and schedule something, make it happen in the next week. And at that event, schedule the next one. And start making it a regular thing. Treat it like going to the gym. And the benefits compound. Nobody gets really buff or healthy overnight. But if you find someone in senior year who looks like they are, you know they probably started their routine when they were in freshman year. And programming is kind of the same way. It's going to compound, and a small percentage increase week on week, even an hour a week, will set you way apart from folks who have not done so, even just in a few short years. Finally, I want to give you a very short subset of the talk that I gave, which is to remind you that programming is a lot more than just building games and social apps. And you heard about it at the opening, and you heard about it again and again. I just want to reinforce that point. Today, the number of companies that don't look like tech companies, but they need people with tech skills, is ever increasing. Everyone from the New York Times to farming companies are hiring programmers and technologists to allow them to really build products that change the world. And so I want you to pursue an interest in technology skills. I want you to learn more on how to code and how to build digital products. But I also want you to respect the value of having a deep passion and understanding for other industries. Because the most powerful thing you can do with programming is to find a real problem in the world and solve it by writing code and building a great product. So that's my message. If you're interested in finding out more, I do run a school in San Francisco where you can study and learn how to build apps. It's called Make School. You can Google it, find out more there, and apply online. Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm sorry I didn't really introduce myself earlier. Hi again, I'm Vanessa. This year I am TeenTechSF president, and I'm actually also a senior in high school, so I will be graduating. But yeah, if you want to join TeenTechSF, I highly recommend it, especially all you students out there. This is a really great opportunity, and you can organize all these wonderful events and meet a bunch of new people like Jeremy. So yeah, please come to our monthly meetings if you want to. We hold them, well, our next one is on January 20th, and we hold them in San Francisco at the main library. So you can always email us. All our contact info is on the flyer you can get anywhere. So yeah. And while you're leaving, we'll also be giving out free Girls Who Code books to all of you guys. And they were provided by Girls Who Code, Salesforce, and the Mix at SFPL. So yeah. So I'll also introduce Ben Wong, who's our finance chair, and he'll say something.
Okay, before we wrap stuff up, everyone from TeenTechSF would like to give a huge thank you to the AV team who helped us operate this event, as well as Microsoft who provided the site for this, Make School, LinkedIn, and Technovation for hosting their excellent workshops, and most importantly, all of you student and adult attendees who were willing to sacrifice their Saturday morning and come out. It means a lot to us at TeenTechSF, so thank you very much for that.
All right. So thank you for attending our event. Keep a lookout, like our Facebook page for more things. And yeah, if you want a workshop at your school, feel free to contact us. But we'll see you at the spring conference next year. So thank you.